Thomas Weather.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. On this Wednesday morning, it's the 14th day of August, and as I make this, it's still 85 on the heat index, and there's been vivid lightning all the way around me, especially vivid lightning out that way. Active thunderstorms on the radar tonight, and today, a southward moving front will be the main player in Alabama, with showers and thunderstorms widespread, especially across the southern half of the state. But as you'll see when I show you future radar, some towns may get skipped today, may be cheated today. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. This front will bring limited relief to us, and by that I mean it's still going to be hot, but the humidity won't be quite as awful, I think, for a couple of days for most of us here in central Alabama. But if you live in extreme southeast Alabama, you may not see any relief whatsoever. Let's get into the details.
Early this morning, in the middle of the night, as I make this video, the front is north of Birmingham and trying to move southward. The radar's been active. There's been thunderstorms roaming around during the night. And at 1 o'clock today, you see where the front is? Probably right around the I-85 corridor, moving on southward, and that's where the best chance of rain will be. Notice where the marginal severe weather risk is today, mainly from Montgomery and let's say Auburn on southward, where there could be some damaging wind gusts and a few warnings today. In fact, future radar, and I'm going to show you two models, show that most of the activity is south of I-85 today. Here's one more model. This second model, is a little bit more generous to I-85 corridor. But north of there, you may get gypped. You may get skipped from the showers and storms that will be around today, with a high temperature up to about 96 again, and the heat index may be above 105 again with a heat advisory, and a low tonight 74. Tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., the front is down into southeast Alabama, in fact, near the coast, very, very close to the Dothan area. And tomorrow afternoon, the best chance of showers and thunderstorms in southeast Alabama. I'll hang on to a 20% chance here in central Alabama. Look what happens to the dew point. It's ridiculous in southeast Alabama tomorrow, but a little better in Montgomery and a lot better in Birmingham. So some people are going to see some limited relief. Then on Friday, again, still very humid in southeast Alabama in the Wiregrass, where they'll see no relief. But, in central Alabama, it feels a little better on Friday. So we're going to say still hot, but less humidity. I don't want to oversell it. There'll be, like for instance, on Saturday, it's going to be hot, but the humidity won't be too awful. However, as we look at the dew points on Saturday, we notice that those really rough dew points in the 70s are starting to migrate northward again by Saturday evening. But I think Saturday afternoon might be okay, depending on where you live, as far as not as bad as the week has been. All right. Hot and humid conditions return on Sunday. We'll be watching the Gulf of Mexico. More on that in just a moment. We're back to showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll keep the rain chances at 20% Thursday. Notice highs are still well up in the 90s each day, so it's still hot. But I'll take the rain chances a little below 20% on Friday and Saturday, and then back up to 40% on Sunday as the heat and humidity returns. Out in the Gulf of Mexico, the European model tells us to watch the northern Gulf near that stalled front for a possibility of a tropical depression forming, a small chance, about a 20% chance during the next few days, right on through the weekend. So we'll watch that. That's typical. And then the GFS, several days out on August 23rd, tries to print a tropical depression out there in the western Gulf of Mexico. So we'll be watching the Gulf over the next few days, but the rest of the Atlantic, the Caribbean, and the Gulf of Mexico are quiet for now.
All right, before I let you go, let me emphasize again that this front will bring some limited relief. By that, I mean, well, first off, if you live in southeast Alabama, you won't feel any difference at all. It won't bring any nice air. But if you live in the Montgomery area, the humidity won't be quite as awful on Thursday and Friday, especially Friday, and maybe even Saturday. But if you live north of Montgomery, it's even better than that. So limited relief. This is not fall air. This is just slightly better than the ridiculous stuff we had all week long, okay? Live on the radio this morning from 6 to 9 on News Talk 93.1. Meteorologist Ryan Stinnett and I talk weather on TV on CBS 8 and ABC 32 at 5:50 a.m. Another video first thing tomorrow morning at 4:45 a.m. And I just sent out the forecast that will be on the radio here in just a little while on your Blue Water family of stations twice an hour. Have a good day today, and I'll keep you up to date on the weather. Stay weather aware. There could be some warnings later on.